Alright, y'all, I'm back with y'all. Uh, I'm back with y'all monthly little readings. I'm gonna try to keep it under 30 minutes so we can upload fast. Or whatever the case may be. So we ain't gonna do the two different type of spreads. We might do to see what's going on, like necessarily. I'm about to say, oof. We're gonna see what's going on. First sign out is going to be we're gonna do Libra. I don't know why. Seven of Pentacles, and then you got Page of Cups. I don't know. So we'll see what's going on. We gonna see what's going on with y'all. I ain't got no song in my head, but I just been making up a lot of songs. So that's probably what y'all doing, making up shit along the way to go, or you possibly like in your head space. Don't know. Don't know what the hell that's about, or whatever the case may be. Cause you got six of cups and the eight of wands. That's why I said some of y'all may be making up a lot of shit in your head. Don't know. Or you could just be like, shit, I'm just going with the flow. You were that special one, so deep in love. That's what it is. You made my life complete. That's what it is. All right, okay. All right, Ace of Wands, first card out. Damn. You got two of cups, four of swords. Who y'all finna move to? Where y'all finna move to? Or we possibly trying to reconnect with somebody. Let's see what all came out. God damn. Ten of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Capricorn. Jesus Christ. I need one more for the overall mood. I'm gonna read them all to you. I just need one more. Woo. Woo. Overall mood, you got the Page of Wands and you got Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. That's why I said some of y'all maybe majority in your headspace, possibly making up certain things or around people. I don't know if you're dealing with like necessarily a sense of rumors or situations or second guessing because you got Four of Wands, Two of Cups necessarily. I don't know, but some of y'all necessarily in your headspace. I don't know if y'all was separated from a lover, Five of Pentacles. It's possible to put somebody out and then they come back. You know how like y'all do that makeup to breakup type of shit. And then necessarily y'all just sneak it back around and y'all necessarily don't tell people and put them in your business because you know when other people are so used to a couple making up the breakup, then necessarily you be like, people just hope for the negative. Okay, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck though. Yep, I said that. You got Six of Wands, Judgment, High Priestess, Two of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. That's why I said some of y'all may be like into a makeup to breakup type situation to where like you done broke up with your lover and then you trying to bring their ass back or whatever the case may be, and y'all like sneaky linking or some shit like that because y'all don't want people in y'all business or whatever the case may be. Because Six of Wands and the Judgment, that's just flat out resurrecting, but at the same time it's kind of like old drama, old chaos situations, shit that people really can't see, people speaking on shit that they shouldn't necessarily be speaking on. And Two of Wands is kind of like it's that energy of where you hear me say it's like malicious gossip. It's kind of like people around you that's really not your friends or necessarily. I don't see that. That's possible where the sneaky link is necessarily coming. I don't know if somebody's speaking on you, you speaking on somebody else, where necessarily you wouldn't want them in your business because you got the Page of Pentacles. I mean, you got the Six of Pentacles being reversed. So that's kind of like the intentions of somebody that's really not necessarily rooted in the foundation of your relationship. You got hair fun, it could be marriage, whatever it is, but it seems like somebody that's not minding theirs. So I don't know if it's you, somebody else, or whatever the case may be, but like I said, it's just all in the headspace. All in the headspace. Anywho, you know what goes on. Ace of Wands, first card out. Ten of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. And the Seven of Swords. Some of y'all could be moving away, or could be having like money type matter situations going on. Like y'all could be dealing with the idea of moving because of financial type losses or hits, or you could be dealing with the idea of money hungry type people. The Ten of Pentacles does suggest that families getting arguments about money or whatever the case may be, or the expectation or idea of money that may be necessarily taking from you. I don't know though, but it could be just necessarily conflicts though, to where it arises to a sense of arguments, to where each other say mean and malicious type shit, to where one of them end up walking away. And like I said, it does give me like, oh, the Hangman is reversed right here in my face. I was like, it just gives me like a repetitive type thing. So it's kind of like you would be secretive about this situation if you're trying to connect back with somebody or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Because it just seems like an ongoing conflict. That's why I said it is. It's like some shit I necessarily would not get back into to speak on. As a friend, I would just let you do your thing. Two of Cups upright. You got the Devil being reversed. You got the Hierophant being here. And you also have the Four of Cups. That's why I said, yeah. Or two, some of y'all feel like necessarily one of y'all may be being petty about rekindling a sense of a relationship or a connection or whatever case may be. It just gets me like arguing, going back and forth. Y'all got other problems around y'all. Ten of Pentacles made that y'all necessarily don't have like a great foundation with people. Six of Wands, that means like people who really don't care for the relationship that you necessarily have with your boo or your bae or whatever, and the Four of Wands or whatever the case may be. Because it seems like it's just this makeup to breakup type energy though. And somebody may feel like they put more into the relationship than somebody else. I just put that out. You got Four Swords here, just as you, and then you have the Hangman or whatever the case may be, and then you have the Queen of Swords. It seems like somebody is lacking a lot of emotions. Like, I'm not saying that necessarily when it comes to the relationship it's no connection, because you got Hierophant, Four of Wands, Two of Cups. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that's good though, but Four Swords reversed, that kind of speaks of where somebody doesn't necessarily likes to hear. Like somebody doesn't listen well. Somebody's always speaking, or when it comes to like proper sense of guidance, somebody don't take that like a lot. Like somebody don't listen well. They don't. It's the same thing. It's kind of like somebody takes certain things inward. You were that special one. I'm so in love. So deep in love. Alright, you got the Moon. Everything is fine in the Eight of Cups. Yep, somebody doesn't know how to look within, especially if you're dealing with a connection or a relationship. Some of y'all may be pretending after the makeup to break up that everything is okay, and it's really not okay. Because Seven of Swords, like if you're communicating with a person or you dealing with money type matters, that's kind of like the idea of you just saying shit to hurt a motherfucker at this moment or whatever the case may be. Well, fuck you, bitch. Fuck your mama. Like just real hurtful cut to the core. So where it's kind of like, what the fuck we talking for? That'll kind of like push somebody away like to the max, and then trying to recover from that is kind of like, so you gonna say I'm sorry for saying this about my mama, like that type of shit. And it's kind of like somebody like, hell no, you know I love you. It's kind of like that type of shit. It's funny. It's not funny though, but it is. But Seven of Swords, though, it could be you hear me say you may be having like a sneaky suspicion that somebody's taking from you. Or you take it from somebody. That's probably what the conflict is. You got Knight of Swords, though, and the Knight of Wands. That's why I said somebody's problem is with listening and doing. Like somebody, Knight of Swords to me, it's kind of like that person that gets enough information and they run off with it. That's why I said it seems like it's more that it's kind of like, oh, you said what? And then they trying to do something with the actions that they heard. It's kind of like the actions and listening don't go hand in hand. Like somebody probably lacks patience to be able to listen. It's kind of like they could be emotionally listening or quick to be reactive, with the Hangman being reversed. It's kind of like somebody who is just a little bit apathetic. King of Swords, though. Some of y'all may be going through some separations or some legal matters about some money, my bad, or a house. Tower ain't come out. You got Strength and the Emperor being here as well. Strength meaning somebody's a little bit egotistical. Somebody could have like a show-offy type nature. It could be a control type thing or whatever the case may be. If it's family type matters or recognize it, you hear me say, especially with that Six of Wands, or people you hear me say that's necessarily invested into the idea of your family or the union. Because a lot of people fail to recognize that though when they thinking about getting married and they establish these bridesmaids. Like this old man told me, he said, don't put nobody in your wedding that you can't call on if shit get rocky. And he said, if you can't pay your rent, or you feel like you about to cheat the fuck on them, or you trying to bounce back, or you going through health and sickness, he said, stop putting all these motherfuckers in your wedding. And I was like, wow. And that makes a lot of sense, though. So yeah, that kind of just weeds out the herd. But you got King and Queen of Swords though. Both of y'all kind of like on the same page of being apathetic. It's kind of like who wants control or whatever the case may be. It really does. Who wants this sense of control? Too strong, opinionated type people. You got the Star, Nine of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Six of Wands. You got good aces coming in. It's kind of like this newness, this fresh start, or whatever the case may be. Nine of Cups and the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands, though. Six of Wands, you hear me say the strength. It's kind of like, I want to say it feels like somebody feel like they giving more to the relationship than the other if you have. Or you may be dealing with somebody who's a little bit egotistical. Somebody could be financially more stable than the other, whatever the case may be. To where when it comes to like inner knowing and worth, it just gives me like a conflict about money though. It really does. It gives me a conflict about money. You got Queen of Wands though. Queen of Wands, it's like, yeah. It should give me a conflict about money type matters or whatever the case may be. It could be with children though, because you got two knights, or it could be siblings or whatever the case may be, supporting or the finances, that type of thing, idea. But you do got Nine of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Six of Wands though. It's kind of like somebody's awaiting for some sense of truth. But the Six of Wands meaning where you hear me say you can learn a lot about from your enemies, but at the same time, this could be people around you that you don't see as enemies. So they kind of inflame the sense of insecurities to where like if you going through some type of rough patch and let's just say you and a nigga y'all dating and his mama constantly bringing up his ex or some shit like that, and that's a soft spot for you and they keep doing it, I would just recognize off the wop that these motherfuckers is not my friend. Like, I would just put that out there though, like dead ass. I'm sorry, because you got Page of Pentacles being here as well as being reversed. It could be a younger and an older type thing, especially in the relationship aspect. Nigga. You can come up. You can come up. You can come up. It could be, you hear me say, a younger and an older. Nigga, hurry up. Hurry up. Come on, hurry up. Get up. Pause, y'all, because I'm not pausing my video. I have to edit them both together. I'm really not. I'm really not. Y'all brought me back some Titan chip? Alright, that's it. Ain't got to converse no more.
She said you had $300 food stamps. You got no job. You ain't got no food.
Pause, y'all. Man, come on. I got my video recorded. Come on, hurry up.
Why you put this white shit out here again?
Come on, hurry up. Hurry up, come on. Hurry up, get on by. Okay, now going back to this or whatever the case may be, I said it may be situations or people. If you're dealing with a situation like that, I would just recognize that if you have communicated about it, it may be the tonality or something that you're using or whatever the case may be that's necessarily not there. But it does give me more like a financial type matter. I don't know if a person is staying with you or a mother or an older person or whatever, but it does give me more of a maternal type figure or a woman. It could be a sibling or a sister of a spouse. I necessarily don't know. Or a person, but the Queen of Pentacles, it could be your intentions necessarily, but it's kind of like a person who's not invested into the interest of everybody else, because you do have the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles, so it's kind of of like somebody that's not really maternally, especially if it comes to kids or connecting in those type of matters. So it's kind of like somebody's more driven of the financial aspect, because it does give me a blending of two suits. But it's kind of like a newness or a freshness, or somebody trying to get to the idea of marriage. But it does give me like money type issues, like somebody don't pay attention to what they spend their money on, or the costs or the foundation, or whatever the case may be, especially if you ain't got it like that. Okay. 3 of Cups. My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. 3 of Cups and the celebration. Yes, yes, yes. Y'all got celebration. You got chariot type energy. You got Queen of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and the Fool reverse. And the only thing that's behind the pill, behind the, I said the pill. And some of y'all on that. That's probably why I said that. But anywho, you got all in reverse except for the Fool and the 9 of Pentacles. Somebody could party a lot. I don't know necessarily of people being into your union or your connection. Like somebody likes to celebrate or necessarily drink vices or addictions or whatever the case may be. I don't know if it has something to do with like, because COVID is taking over a lot of people to where necessarily they're like not happy. So they finding ways to come up with certain things to deal with it. Queen of Cups does speak of somebody like who's emotionally manipulative, sneaky, and those type of matters, to where she could be acidic and needy. Queen of Pentacles also speaks of where the needing to buy me this to make me feel good. But up under it, you got the Knight of Pentacles. That's why I say it gives me like 2 suits of children. So it's kind of like a blended mesh of family. And it's kind of like that sense of drama. Or it could be siblings and all those different types of things. Because you got 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is to be trapped, especially into the mind. But it's not. It's reverse. So 3 of Pentacles, that speaks of like not learning. You got 2 cards majorly that's not learning. Like somebody's not invested into the position of growing. Somebody's more working on their independence. Somebody could be dealing with their idea of karma. Could be a person. The Fool. If it's a relationship, it's like 2 people got 2 different ideas of what it should be. Ooh. Could be infidelity type matters too with this 3 of Cups and this 3 of Pentacles. It's kind of like 3 of Pentacles could be reversed, like you hear me say somebody that's necessarily, who be cheating. That's all I gotta say. And that's why I said something like somebody more in the past or something about cheating. They is like either somebody cheated is new or it's fresh, or it's like the idea of cheating keeps coming up necessarily. And I think this Queen of Pentacles or this Queen of Cups keep praying on that. Ace of Cups, they keep praying on it or whatever the case may be. That, I don't know if it's kind of like needing some assistance to help. Or, like needing some sense of help emotionally to get over it. But it's a defense mechanism or whatever. The reason why it's kind of like nobody seems like they are moving forward. Because you have the Lovers here, the 3 of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles being reversed, 7 of Swords. Yeah, it's kind of like that there. I don't know if somebody wants to leave the relationship or they just necessarily invested in the idea of cheating, or it's no love or the lack of commitment being there. But it's kind of like, this is kind of like beating the dead horse at this moment. It is. It's kind of like somebody's keeps bringing something up with the Judgment. It's kind of like clear. Somebody keep bringing something up. And it just feels like horrible timing because you got 4 cups. And the six of Swords. I don't know if somebody took a cheetah back and they regretted to the fact that they should have moved on. They should have did something different or whatever the case may be. Because you got Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. It's kind of like somebody wants to take their love and go elsewhere. Especially in the past versus the 9 of Wands. So that's making somebody very defensive or whatever the case may be. Like somebody's like, I could have did this, or I should have did this, or this could have happened, or I could have chose this partner. I could have. It's like that type of energy. Oh shit, you got 2 of Pentacles. So it's kind of like somebody weighing the pros and the cons or something. Like they fluctuating, going back and forth. 5 of Wands. Or they could be juggling. Like somebody probably was juggling 2 partners. King of Cups being reversed. This one be liking them love readings because I want to figure out why cheating keep coming up. But y'all like love readings though. Yeah. So let's see. We'll get y'all some advice cards though. Because you got the Empress and the Seven of Pentacles as well. Two of Pentacles, Five of Wands, and the King of Cups. It's like if somebody's juggling between two people, or it's the idea of, can you close your door? All this is going to be in my background. I ain't no professional editor like that. Okay. Please don't come back to the door. Thank you, ma'am. That's it. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm just trying to finish my reading and keep it most amicable as possible. Sarcasm. Anywho, but I said it's kind of like somebody may be weighing the pros and cons of what if, like, what's this, like, what necessarily could have been going on, or whatever the case may be. So somebody's like very defensive or emotionally closed off or guarded. So it's like the Two of Pentacles put them in a position where it's like financially ooh, baby, girl. Somebody, you hear me say, was juggling two homes or two things or whatever at the same time. It's kind of like some boundaries, and they closed somebody out. That's what necessarily kind of give me, though. I don't know if that's kind of like the finances of somebody trying to balance, but it's kind of like if that was the finances, like the financial type matter that broke the camel's back. That's what it is. It's kind of like money matters had came up. And I think that's what put them in a bind financially or whatever that's going on. Because it's kind of like somebody was doing their own thing. And the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, it's like both emotionally unsatisfied. So the Empress here is a more maternal type figure. Some of y'all are the parents or the person in another person's business. And it's kind of like they necessarily gift you or give you, and this is the conflict that's going on. So y'all got somebody that's always in your business, but you always constantly giving them something or necessarily, and they prey on that. And it's kind of like it never goes as far as it should be. That's weird. Because you got the Tower and the Magician. I think some of y'all are avoiding calling a person out or a situation, though. And some of y'all, too, you hear me say necessarily messing with the idea of magic. This could be like a karmic type situation for some of y'all, trying to balance out some of your karma. Because the Queen of Pentacles and the feminine energy is being taught a lesson. So necessarily, if it's kind of like you and you operate more in your masculine, especially with the Emperor being reversed, the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, it's trying to teach somebody about other people's emotions. Even if you're a man, it's kind of like it's trying to teach you how to balance your emotions, and as well as how you connect or ideally with the children. So I think that's necessarily what it is, because it's kind of like some semi-ascension process, though, but somebody's avoiding this type of Tower moment, because I think if they actually say what's going on in their mind, I think it's going to expose their true nature. You got Judgment, though. But it's kind of like just going back and forth. I'm telling you, it's kind of like y'all take 10 steps forward, 1 step back. And the shit weird as hell. I'm telling you, it's so weird. Because it's kind of like, I'm telling you, it's weird to me. It's weird, the world. Because if you're going to stick through somebody with this whole thing, why is the cheating thing coming up? Is it like, because it's old. It's old. 6 of Cups. This old. This is old. I'm saying it's old. You got 6 of Cups. Hangman. This old. That's why I said this is old. And somebody very defensive about it, though. Well, it could have been old news that necessarily just came to the light. Wheel of Fortune. That's why I say it's kind of like being, it's old news that just came into the light. 8 of Wands being reversed. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna hurry up and wrap this up so I can upload this. 6 of Pentacles again. High Priestess and the 3 of Wands. Whew. Somebody's like, do somebody got Scorpio or something in their chart? Because this motherfucker got, I'm telling you, I keep a secret like a motherfucker, I'm telling you. I keep a secret like a bitch. I really will, though. I will. I'm telling you, I keep a secret so damn tough. It won't even make no sense. You be like, bitch. 7 of Cups. Smoke and mirrors in this bitch. I will not tell you what you don't need to know, especially if it's coming off in the 6 of Wands and the Judgment. I'm saying I would not. So I'm like, damn. Queen of Wands right behind it with the Page of Cups. No matter how much you beg and offer, I would not. Now, if it was a love situation, I see it was something that was in a sense of insecurities or whatever, I would, though. Because it just seems like it's two people going back and forth, and they creating this whirlwind of chaos that's not going nowhere. So it's kind of like somebody may be tugging each other's secrets or whatever. It's kind of like both two. Say, for instance, if you found out somebody cheated on you, and you like, oh, I cheated too. And it's kind of like this going back and forth of that. Also, y'all not privy of y'all own mess and drama that y'all got people around y'all leeching off y'all. Like, I don't know if one of y'all know that, though. And it's kind of like, it's either the partner that's doing it, or y'all got somebody around y'all that's like a fucking leech and don't even fucking know this shit. Or your partner is this leech. Or you're the leech, whichever one it is. But it's a leak. It's a leak. You got Page of Swords, Scorpionic type energy, Two of Wands, the Temperance, and the Seven of Wands. Like, some of y'all are trying to communicate that you want to, like, some of y'all want to repair the connection that you had with somebody. You want to start over, but y'all need some clear, sheer type of boundaries of what it is. Like, this is not what I'm willing to go past, but it's the emotional secrecy, and it's this no, like that. It's like very petty or whatever the case may be, to the point y'all got people in y'all business that do not deserve to be in y'all business. Or if you're single, it's kind of like you the one that's in a relationship where somebody's grifting you with the idea or whatever the case may be, because they may fit your bill. Now, you know what I'm saying? They may fit the bill of an ideal partner of what you wanted it. So you kind of like, oh, girl, I got me a good man. Only to find out this nigga is somebody else's man, right? Or come with a shitload of baggage. Or this is somebody else's girl. That type of energy, right? I about one more motherfucking goddamn time. Let me tell y'all something. I sit my little fat ass outside all day, like the old people waiting on the car to roll by, and don't nobody roll their little bald-headed ass by. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, yeah. For me, you hear me say ideally with this relationship connection, if some of y'all were single, it's like, well, it didn't really get me single. Some of y'all are single and entertaining, and it's like those lies like got caught up with the new relationship. That's what it necessarily gives me. Some of y'all have like financial type crisis type problems or whatever the case may be. So you're trying to date somebody for a space of financial stability. I don't know. That's what it kind of gives me, though. Or you're trying to move in with a partner to like establish, to be able to save to where you can cut down on bills. One of y'all was fluctuating 2 homes and y'all got caught out on it. So I just want to say that. But necessarily, if you piggybacking from the idea of infidelity, it's like somebody's in your business. So I just wanted to know what the idea of cheating was about, because I was like, if it's old, why y'all keep bringing it up or whatever the case may be. So I don't know necessarily what's the secret. Did I call out one of them? Don't know, because it wasn't my place. But yeah, both of y'all kind of like the same. Like the King and Queen of Swords, that's like somebody who's very logical. Like both at that. Like really is. So it's kind of like being able to communicate, but emotional matters, and the King of Pentacles didn't even come out. So it's kind of like somebody's playing the game. A fiery climax is approaching. Yeah, because y'all keep doing it. Anywho, and then too, you break up with people, stop having sex with them, for real. I ain't saying that though. Stop going back and getting that ooh out your got shit with people. It's a time for healing, and take what they say? Take time to breathe out. That's what it felt like though. Like how I ran through this reading, and it was like, damn, I need to breathe. Whew. Okay. Look at the bigger picture and be bold and make the first move. So whichever one that's requiring a sense of honesty or transparency or whatever it needs, like it takes for both parties to be honest about certain things. You can't be sitting there like y'all playing poker and shit. Well, because let me tell you something. I do say shit like this. If I got caught for one body, I'm not going to admit to more bodies. If you get caught, you just the one that got caught. Is that fucked up? Yeah, but I'm saying, like, on the outside, that's my lower vibrational self. So I'm sorry, but that's kind of like my lower vibrational self. It really is, though. But in a serious type matter or whatever the case may be, if for me the issue does not even seep down into like infidelity. I know infidelity for some people it is, but you got money type matters, the home front, the people, necessarily the involuntary fucking opinions, all this stupid ass shit, to where it's kind of like that's where it's going though. And then it's like if somebody is going through a divorce, it's just kind of like somebody's more material type driven or whatever the case may be. And it gives me more like where somebody's asking for more money because they got like a maternal type figure that they're taking care of or whatever the case may be. It give me like a mom or whatever. So I don't know. Or Libra, you could be the one in somebody else's business. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, and then some of y'all met a karmic just off the rip. So I kept it on the 30 minutes. So there go y'all love reading. Bye.